It comes up so often that people say, well, how do you gild? Well, I'm going to go ahead and try to do it. I have my leaf layer that I call it, and this is the profile. It's kind of a complicated one, and I'll see if I can keep talking even while I'm laying this leaf. But I use this leaf layer and I rest it on the frame, and I extend it out over, and my goal is to start tacking this down. You gotta be very careful. The trick, oh, there's so many tricks. The technique I use is to try to pull the leaf layer back and at the same time set it on the profile. Now, I know here there's a bead, so I don't want to go beyond that bead. I want the leaf to lay down in there as best as I can. Then I come up over the top of that bead. Now here it might crack, because you can only bridge so much and then it'll crack, but it's relatively easy to fix. But now coming around this bead, you see I'm trying to pull the leaf down onto the profile. Try to get that down in there. Now this profile has a lot of grooves in it. Don't breathe. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm doing the best I can with the equipment I have. But now I'm very carefully pushing very lightly, because I know all these grooves, I don't want it to crack too much or fault. So as long as the leaf isn't stuck to the profile behind me, see, I'm keeping the leaf mostly on the leaf layer. This little piece of MDF that I use. I'm pulling it backwards. Also, I'm starting to tilt it because the molding goes down, and I don't want to get a huge gap, because then it's going to crack. Okay, now here, got to start breathing. Push it down gently. By the way, keep your fingernails trimmed, because my fingernails tend to cut the leaf. But now I got a flat spot, but I want to be careful to bring it into that flat slowly, because if it sticks on top of this next element, it's going to bridge. Okay, now it comes down. You want to try to lay it straight without wrinkles, but even if there are a couple of wrinkles, you can usually, on the last steps, you can really push that down. Okay, you see here, there's kind of a tint, hopefully. It didn't crack. Okay, that's what I'm after, that it doesn't crack. So on this profile, hopefully you can see the difference as it goes in. Now here is a very deep divot. I'll end up putting a little piece of leaf inside of that divot in the final steps. But for now, a couple things you want to be careful of. Don't get the size on your fingers as you're doing this. In other words, don't run over here, because then you're going to have size on your fingers and it's going to be really hard to manipulate the leaf as you go. Like there's a little fault right there. I think I can probably fill that. Well, here, let's try it. Got a little piece of leaf right there. Press it down in there. I think the right name for those things are skewings that come off. Okay, so now it's just work your way around the frame. Hopefully that shows you a little bit of the technique that I use, and we'll go from there. Back to work.